Now I'm going to show you how to use the spiral slicer. And the most important thing I can tell you straight off the bat is that it's super important that when you come to cutting your fruit or vegetables, and obviously here I have a carrot and a courgette, you need to make sure that you do a really straight slice and get a nice straight line top and bottom. They need to fit really well on the spikes, then you can just put the lid on and secure it in place and twist. Okay. Now, if it doesn't fit properly, it means that this part can be too tall. So you simply just cut off whatever you need to cut off, put to one side, and then you're good to go. So once you've got that firm connection, you just make sure that you've got the switch flipped to one side or the other. And then we're just going to do the processing. Firm grip is really important. You keep going all the way till the end until nothing else will come out, and then you're just left with a small piece at the bottom. So what we have here, as you can see, is the actual, sometimes they're called ruffles, you can call them whatever you wish, but it's obviously like a kind of streamer effect with the carrot, which can be used either as like a thick kind of pasta that you put a sauce on top, or you can use it for decorative purposes. So as you can imagine, obviously very colourful. If you were to use fruit like an apple or a pear, that can work really well. Or if you use courgette to create the spirals, you've got a really chunky kind of pasta. So that's setting number one with the carrot. And then what we're going to do now is create the angel hair spaghetti. So we just flick this to the other side so the blades change position. Same thing, you want to make sure that you're cutting a straight top edge and a straight bottom edge. So it's going to process really well. And then same thing, except of course you've got the switch in the opposite direction. So hopefully you'll be able to see the spaghetti coming out the bottom now. It's really important when you're doing this one in particular to keep the grip very firm and even, because otherwise the spaghetti can break. So just make sure that you're really mindful of that. Okay, so we're done. Same thing, piece left at the bottom. And then just remove, and then we have the spaghetti, which is pretty cool. And this is really good served with like a thick pasta sauce, which you can make really easily from tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, red bell pepper, that kind of thing. Or you might choose to do a pesto with pine nuts and basil. But you can see how well this comes out. It's pretty impressive. And what's good about the courgette in particular is that courgette doesn't have an overly strong flavour in and of itself. So when you put on the sauce, it really absorbs that well and takes on the flavour of that sauce. So as you can see, tiny but handy little gadget. You end up with some really cool decorations or actual main meal items here. So obviously a great one to add to your kitchen repertoire.